All right, now we are going to talk about Simone Biles,
Whoa.
who has had to come out to defend her. Is she defending herself? No, I get. Yeah, she's defending herself. She's had to come out and defend herself because she co-signed her husband, expressing that with their particular relationship, he was the catch. And so, a lot of people, I can only imagine who these people are, have an
Hmm.
issue with the fact that Simone Biles agreed with her husband that he is the catch.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I cannot believe that this is what's going on out here when we really have to broach this on this channel because these people are out here mad because she loves her husband. Um, I, this is beyond offensive, but I'll go ahead and just read this first, and then we'll also play a clip from Jonathan Owens, who is the husband of Simone Biles, his appearance on the Pivot.
Hmm.
This says Simone Biles responds to online trolls again. Uh, Olympic gymnastic Olympic gymnast Simone Biles has fired back at online critics who have labeled her weak for allowing her husband Jonathan Owens to claim he was the catch in their relationship. Despite the negative comments, Biles has made it clear that their bond remains unshaken. In a post on X on December 23rd, Biles expressed her frustration by sharing a photo of a perplexed child scratching their head, accompanied by the question, "Are y'all done yet?" So that's the tweet there. This response comes after Biles and Owens previously addressed the backlash Owens faced for his remarks on the Pivot podcast. In an Instagram comment, Biles defiantly stated, "Y'all want me to be insecure so bad." The criticism originated from a podcast question about how Owens managed to win over Biles. However, the couple has not allowed the online negativity to affect their relationship. Owens posted pictures of himself and Biles on Instagram, captioning it with "Unbothered. Just know we locked in over here." Biles responded with unwavering support, sharing photos from their wedding day and captioning one with "mood." So here is the comment that she co-signed is in this interview or this clip. This is when Jonathan Owens appeared on the Pivot podcast. So we'll go ahead and play this, and then we'll discuss this madness.
Hmm.
For a couple of days, man, and it's like she pops up, and I'm like, let me see who this is. Gymnastics. I ain't never, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity. So I'm like, okay, I'll see what's up. I swiped her, and it said we matched, so I'm just like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna see what's up. So I go do my workout, and I come back, and I get like I had some likes on my Instagram, and I'm like, oh, this might be. I'm like, okay. So I see what's up, and then I still waited. I'm like, man, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I take a shower and everything. Then I come back to my phone, and then she messages me on the app, like, hey, you know what I mean? And I'm, man, that's up, man. This gotta be fake. Like, I don't know. Just I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good. If I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in college and we didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and we're in camp. We're in camp, late July, early August. So I'm not paying attention to. So I never would have had a moment to where I would have watched you know.
Jonathan, I'm gonna let you finish your story, man. Continue.
But like I was saying, man, she messaged me. This was like a Tuesday, and we texting back and forth, and then we hung out Friday, man. And we couldn't do much as COVID happened, everything was shut down. So she came through down to Houston. She lived in the suburbs, so she had to drive about 45 minutes to me. Then the rest is history, man. So
you was really the catch in.
I always say we the men that catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did though.
Is what you said.
Because I was fighting it.
So in truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles. Is what you're saying.
At the time,
that's what you
What kind of question is that, though?
I know, right?
Afraid.
Why do you have to ask?
third year, I'm kind of I'm like, it's kind of early.
That's your boy though.
Like I said, man, it happened when you least expect it. And we hung out, man. It was like we hit it off instantly. We just laughed the whole night.
Hold up. Limitless. Nigga, send me cap pinning it. I thought they here to witness it.
Yeah, I don't know why Ryan Clark had to go there. I don't know why you have to. You're cool up until like. Why do you have to do that? I don't like that. That was whack. That was whack.
Was that corny?
That's the word I almost said. That was the word that I almost used, but I held back because that is what I was gonna say though.
Hey man, that's all I was trying to say last time.
Okay. Do you want to take a stab at this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I've been hearing a lot about this scenario. All right. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about this. In particular, the parts where he was like, "Oh, yeah, I didn't know who she was." Like, and then I'm hearing the commentary immediately from the women is, "Okay, but she's Olympian. This, she won this many that. She's the most accomplished." And it's like, okay, yeah, she, that was happening, but there's also people in the world who've never heard of her. So he might have been one of them. I knew who she was, but barely. Like if somebody had told me what's her name, I just know the Olympic girl that was good. But if somebody asked me what's her name, I would have gotten it wrong. So that's no shade and nothing. That was just under the rock, and some people live under that. So this guy looks like football, tackle, football. So I'm pretty sure he was under a rock and really at camp for real, and doing whatever these young people do, Call of Duty or whatever, And so I'm pretty sure he was just doing that, living his life. I felt like a real genuine story. But the women that I'm hearing online, at least, that take objection to this are feeling like he's trying to play her, like he think he this, he think he that, but she's the international superstar that's gonna live in the record books forever.
Disgusting.
Nobody's hating on nobody. She likes this dude. And in the middle of him saying all of this stuff, look, she's grinning and she's eating it up like, you know what I'm saying? Like a schoolgirl. She's like, oh my God, like she's in high school and he's the jock on the football team. That's what it looks like. And she looks happy about it. So I'm totally confused for the most part why so many people care about it that are upset about it. There's clearly some dynamic that's working here, and she digs all of it. So if she's digging it and she's enjoying it, they're trying to tell her to run for the hills. He ain't here for you, girl. He trying to play you. He trying to do this. And and by the way, you know how the game go. Who knows what's going to happen down the line? And some BS going to happen down the line because guess what? Adults do things that aren't whatever, unsavory. I ain't speaking nothing on a relationship. But if there's something that happens 3 or 4 years down the line where some scandal or some pop up, I told you, girl, we told you way back in, let these people be in love and let them do it the way that they want to. And that's pretty much my stance on all of this. I feel as though that Ryan Clark was messy as hell. I don't know why he had to go there, as we mentioned. So you the prize. So you the. So what you doing, bro? You trying to clickbait? He got it. So I didn't care for that, but overall, I think there's just too much rigmarole about this, man. Let these people work out their power dynamics how they want to work them. And if she is, X amount of time Olympian, that's how she like it. So let her enjoy it the way she like, So what about you, man? What are your thoughts about this this dynamic here? Mr. Owens here feeling as though he's the prize, Biles had to step down on him. How you feel about all this?
Yeah. I can't believe that there is a reaction to this. Um, this makes me feel so dirty. I feel like I need to take a shower. Um, it really like this is disgusting. So and let me just get Ryan Clark out of the way real quick. He was fine with me up until he was like, "So you ain't even really want her like that." It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, why are you doing that? Why? Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. He does stuff. He thinks he's being funny. It's like, bro, like, you know, why do you? There's ways to be funny and comical without doing that.
That was messy,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? So yeah, I thought that was real messy, but whatever. That's let me just get that's Ryan Clark out of the way real quick. Um, one of my fundamental rules
Hmm.
when it comes to like relationship talk is people who are not married do not have enough credibility to comment on married people. If you are not married, you have no say so. You have no credit. You have nothing to offer when it comes to anybody who is married. You got nothing. I don't want to hear it. Get out of here. Your comment doesn't matter. What you have to say is completely irrelevant. I don't want to hear it if you're not married. Now, I'm drawing some conclusions here. And the conclusions that I am going to draw is I'm going to assume that the people who take issue with her co-signing his comment, and first of all, he didn't even say I was the catch. He was saying yes to Ryan Clark's question, were you the catch? But be that as it may, he did say, yeah, I was the catch, blah, 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 whatever. She co-signed that. The people who have a problem with her co-signing that, I am assuming that these are mostly women. That's my assumption, is that it's mostly women who have problem with that. And I am also going to assume that the majority of these women who have a problem with this aren't married. I'm going to assume that they're not married. Furthermore, they probably ain't even got boyfriends. They probably not even in a relationship. They probably just full on single. They probably ain't got nobody, let alone a husband. And these are the people who want to complain about this, people who have nothing or no one. In what world do you think you have the credibility to complain about this? You don't know the dynamics of their marriage. You're not even in a marriage, in part because you don't know what it takes to be married. There was something that you said a while back, a comment that you made. I remember what it was. It was pretty profound. I forget what the topic was, but you were talking. We got onto the subject of who's the prize, who's not the prize, and your point, which I agreed with, was, hey, listen, a woman's not going to want to be with a guy if she feels like her being with him didn't mean that she won out. She won something. Right. So if you win something, what did you win? You're going to win. You won a prize. That's what winning means. You won something. You won a prize. You received a prize. You won that. Women don't want to be with a guy who she doesn't look at as I hit it big on this. I won this.
Right.
I struck it big. Women who choose to spend their life with a life mate, a woman who looks at a man and perceives him to be husband material, she is probably also going to view that as a prize. She won that. Like if a woman who is marriage material perceives a guy himself to be husband material, she's going to say, I won that lottery. So in a roundabout way, he's not wrong. They both won each other. So who are these idiots on the internet bitching about this?
Bro, there's a whole mass of people that are still trying to figure out who's the prize, the man or the woman. And it's just like, what are y'all talking about? That's not even an argument.
It's so stupid. It's ridiculous. So here's my theory. Okay. So women who are marriage material, women who are made of the right stuff from a values and perspective standpoint to be wives, They get it. So I'm not even talking about them. I don't think any woman who is married has an issue with what she did. I think the women who are, or I think the women who take issue with what she did are single women. Okay, so these women who are bitching, even some of them might be these Captain Incel weirdo dudes too. These Captain Save a Ho dudes. They might be chiming in to curry favor with these chicks, so they gonna parrot their speech and so that they can join along with the chorus. They might be in there too. But some of these women who are bitching about this, these are single chicks, and single chicks tend to have certain things in common. So what I'm theorizing here is these are the same women who equate a man's value to how much money he makes, shit like that. So these are the women who are the shallowest of the shallowest, the sex workers of the sex workers, the chicks who spend all their time on Instagram, TikTok, the chicks who do all of that kind of stuff, right? These are these women, glorified ladies of the evening, modern day thoughts, the chicks who are for the streets. But they claim they want to be married, which makes no sense whatsoever. I still don't understand this. They're the ones who are bitching about this. They're also the same women who will equate a man's value to superficial things like his height and how much money he makes. So, if you do a quick research on their respective net worths, you'll see that Jonathan Owens is estimated to have a net worth of around 7 million, whereas Simone Biles is estimated to have a net worth of around 16 million. So these chicks are probably looking at money, income, and they're probably saying, how dare this dude claim that he's the prize when she got more money than him? Because that's how these thoughts think. They think binary ones and zero code, money, money, income, income, money, money, income, income, with the occasional height and sex requirement thrown in there for good measure. They'll when they're having a reasonable day, they'll throw in height and sex requirements. But then on an otherwise normal day, it's money, 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 income, 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 money, 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 income, income. That's how these thoughts think. And I think that's the majority of the women who are bitching about this, because that's what single women today think like. Most of them, reasonable single women are too busy living lives to have enough time to comment on bullshit like this on the internet. So it's the unreasonable weirdo single women who have the time to comment on this and be offended by it. And they're the ones who get invited to sit on the We in Miami podcast. These are the women who these are the women who get invited to be on Fresh and Fit. The thotties of the world. The chicks who gonna club hop every other weekend. The chicks who think that if you ain't got a Gucci belt on, you ain't worth nothing. Those types of women. So they, get out of here. If you're not married, if you don't have anybody, you do not have the grounds to comment on the parameters of another person's marriage. That girl seems to be happy, and that is enough for you in the story.
Nah, man. Hey, 1,000, bro. This whole situation is it's funny, especially since you put it that way. But I mean, I was confused. Like I was saying, like I don't understand why this is even in a internet debate about who's the prize and all this other stuff. If, like, as you were saying, like, yeah, bro, like if I married a woman, I hope I got a prize. What am I marrying if I'm not winning something? And vice versa. Is she just marrying me just to be marrying me? Because if I'm not the prize to her, then what the hell are we doing? So, yeah, so just, muscle memory marriage, you're just doing it for the arm, just for the movement of it. And, okay, well, I don't know what y'all got going on, but y'all better be feeling like y'all winning. So that whole internet argument to me is just divisive to begin with. As soon as somebody starts picking a side, both people lost context, in my opinion. So for Ryan Clark to be sitting there egging that on as a grown ass man with kids and a family, felt like that was kind of messy for him.
Right.
And I wouldn't even thought to ask that. It's so messy. I don't think messy. That was a real lame question. He tried to clean it up later, with all of his rigmarole and all his rhetoric. Um, basically saying that people, if you really watch the whole interview, you'll see how Simone Biles and all this other stuff, and whoop de whoop. And I was like, okay, bro, like I get that, in its full context. I agree with that, but at the same time, you didn't have to throw that wrench into this whole thing that got all this stuff going in the first place. The guy comes off how he comes off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he is who he is. That's what it looked like to me. It's like he always been like that. He looks like a jock. He's just been doing this his whole life. Like he always had females that was like on him because he was the football player. So he thought this was no different. That's his whole point of the story. Oh snap! But it turns out to be Simone Biles. That was basically his whole story. He just gonna keep rocking that way, and she loves that. For what? I don't know, man. She want her a NFL man that she feels like it fits her thing. And so that's the whole point about this was like, hey man, I agree. There does need to be a large part of people to get a life about this.
Yes.
There's things to be upset about. If they was out here spewing toxicity as propaganda, like a Gabrielle Union or Dwayne Wade, I'm gonna get in your marriage. If it's Will Smith and Jada Pickett and they out here spewing propaganda on how to do family and raise marriage and all that, I'm gonna have a problem with that. I'm gonna talk about that here. But Simone Biles and her husband having the power dynamics that they have, she like it like that. Let her rock. If she was sitting there getting mad on that set, all these women had a right to say something. Oh, I seen it in her face. The only thing I seen in her face was admiration, and she want to stay there. And the only reason why she had a place of admiration, even though she's Simone Biles, is because he's got the attitude he got about her. So get out their business and let it rock on. The only reason why we're covering it here is tell you guys to get out of it. Y'all are hilarious, man.
It really, the internet is so vile and disgusting. Like I can't believe we're sitting here talking about this. These will probably be the same people who will complain if he married a white woman. So I really do think that people at the end of the day, not everybody, but the people who have the capacity to leap to the internet to comment on stuff, these people just need a reason to complain about things. They're not looking for resolutions. They actually get off on complaining incessantly. That's what they want to be able to do. Like she's happy in that marriage. You're not married. What the hell right do you have to comment on this stuff? None. So I just don't get it, man. But that's the internet for you. This is so stupid.
It's only gonna
It
get worse,
really is ridiculous. Yeah. Non-married people and single people do not need to be commenting on people who are in relationships and marriages. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Stop. Just stop talking.
I know I don't get married people business. I let them do it. I do not talk about that. Nope.
Golly.